Yo, what's up, nephew? Let's see here. Let's go hop in the car here. Let's go for a little talk here. So, did you hear what's going on in the UK? The UK has put on an online child safety act. So, basically, they're trying to use the ploy of saving the kids from terrible stuff online. So, with them doing so, now adults are having to show their ID and scan their ID and do face scans to use apps that they've been using for years. And I understand trying to protect the kids, but let's be honest. We all know this is just so they can monitor and watch us, so then they can pick out the extremist and get rid of them. Okay, so the UK, yeah, it was bound to happen. Y'all have a king, man. Like, the UK has a king. It was going to happen. Like, they're going to take full control. They're already in full control. Okay, but now let's talk about the US, here where I am. So, we're sitting here, and all of this stuff's going on in the UK, and then it pops up that uh, Senate put in something very similar, just like the UK, into in the Senate or Congress. Basically, it's called Kids the Kids Online Safety Act, and it's the same thing. It's ID verification for doing stuff online, face scans, having to prove age for Facebook, and just everything. Like every single thing, you're going to have to prove you're of age to have it. And then if you have children, everything, all the apps and stuff you have are going to have parental locks on them, so your kids can't get into them. It just sounds like the government's trying to parent, in my opinion, which no one's ever asked for or needed. But when it really boils down to it, we all know it is just surveillance. It's online surveillance. If you have to show an ID to use Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, and then you go up there and post crazy stuff that the government or other things of the government doesn't that they don't like, they have your face, they have the video or the picture or the post, and then they have your ID saying where you are. um, Now, this happened, okay? Both of these things have happened. But then, right before this, we have a group out of Australia called Collective Shout, which is a group of, I guess, about a little over 1,000 Karens that decided that anime hentai video games on the internet isn't acceptable because their children plays them, if they have kids, and they're not a good enough parent not to let their underage children get hold of hentai. So, what did Collective Shout do? They decided they're going to call Visa and MasterCard and PayPal um, a bunch of times, like flood their lines and emails till Visa and MasterCard calls Steam and some website called Hitch.io or something, some other kind of gaming platform, and told them they had to remove all adult content because it didn't align with the Visa and MasterCard terms of service. So now, so let's just put all of this, all three things into, or all two things into perspective. Okay, so we have one, we have how we buy stuff online, which is through credit cards, debit cards, Visa, Mastercard. Um, they have now decided they are going to dictate fully what you can and can't spend your money on. They'll just go to the places instead of actually stopping you from being able to buy media that is perfectly legal. They decide they're just going to pull their payment processing, and there's no way to pay for digital stuff online with cash. You have to use one of the credit card services. So they've basically grabbed all of online, everything online, and is now under that, can be put under that strict rule of no, we don't, we don't process payments for adult content. No, we don't process payment for war games. No, we don't process payments for racing games because racing is dangerous to the public. See, it's a very small snowflake, and then that snowflake turns into an avalanche, and then before you know it, the only thing that's safe is Pong on the Atari because it's the only thing that has no life to it. Anything that might would allow you to express yourself in any way, whether it be morale or not, they've decided they can dictate what is morality now on the internet. So through the government's having your face scan and your ID before you can post stuff on Instagram now, you take that, add it on top of you can't buy anything that's outside of some companies that's handling your money's terms of service. You have no freedom left. You can't buy what you want. You can't you can't say what you want. You have no privacy. Everything you do online, once they get your ID, they have you. Like they already have you, but you can't deny it wasn't you when you scanned your ID to make the account. So they're just really tying us up right now, and it's crazy because a lot of people are cheering this on. They are so happy that the government's stepping in because the internet is such a big bad place, and people on the internet say what they want to, and it might not align with certain people's views or ideologies. So now they're just cutting everything off by going to the credit card companies and the government. Me personally, I say everybody that has been affected by the Steam and the Hitch.io thing, y'all should spend about an hour a day calling Visa, PayPal, and MasterCard and emailing them multiple times and letting them know that without you, they have no customers. You know, we are the customers. They do not get to dictate what we can and can't buy. Before you know it, here in America, Visa will say, "Oh, well, we don't want you to use our pieces of plastic to purchase firearms or ammo." That's coming. That's like, if they can make it where you can't buy porn online, I guarantee you they're going to make it where you can't buy guns because it's going to be a cash thing, and then they're going to get rid of cash. That's a whole different subject. Okay, so right now, here's where we sit. Completely fucked. Credit cards have too much power. Governments have too much power. Really? I'm not going to say what it takes to get rid of all of this and fix it, but we all know what it's going to take. So, my question to you, viewer, nephew, possibly a niece, but I highly doubt it because why would a woman be watching me? So, nephew, here's my question to you. What do you think about all this? Tell me in the comments. Let me know. What are we going to do here? What are we going to do about this? So, look, just let me know your thoughts. I know what my thought is. I know how to solve all this. But, you know, I'll keep my opinions to myself on that one. So, look, like, comment, go down there. Let me know what you're thinking. Subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be bringing more stuff. And we're going to be live streaming a lot. Just streaming games, GTA, and did some hell diving last night. So, come check me out. Yeah, just keep your eyes and ears open, folks, because before you know it, you'll be wearing chains. I'll see y'all later.